If your puppy won't stop biting, this is why. And no, it's not aggression and it's not about dominance either. But how you respond now makes a big difference in how quickly it will improve. Puppy biting and mouthing is completely normal. This is how they explore the world. They want to know, how does this feel, taste, or smell? But here's the problem. They don't know what's appropriate and what isn't. Your puppy has to learn to navigate our human world, and they don't understand our expectations, so we have to teach them. If you want to inspire great choices in your puppy, there are two factors we have to consider. I'm Gisela Grieser. I'm a professional dog trainer and behavior consultant, and I'm creating this series so you can follow along how I raise my own border collie puppy Josie, who's now 14 weeks old. This is week 7, and today I'll show you exactly how I handle biting, including a simple game that teaches your puppy self-control. There are 2 strategies which I will explain, and at the end of the video I'll share my secret tip that you probably won't find in any puppy training manual. Let's start with the skills that a young puppy probably doesn't have yet, and those are self-control, calmness, and disengagement. By playing the games that I've been showing you in this series, we are teaching these skills to our puppies, and they're learning about the rules of our household and society. You might want to check out the video in week 5, where I taught Josie that she gets the food in my hand when she's being polite. This is the foundation for today's game that will teach your puppy even better impulse control. Watch how Josie figures out the rules for this game without talking to her or correcting her for any mistakes. This is another fun game about impulse control, and we're going to play it with Josie on a bed. I'm going to give her a couple of pieces of food here just to keep her on a bed for now, and I'm going to put one piece on the floor, and then I'll pick it up right away and deliver it to her. Okay, that was not quick enough. Good. Getting her settled on this bed first, giving her a couple of pieces of food. I'm going to put one on the floor and then immediately pick it up and give it to her. She doesn't have much of a stay or duration. She certainly doesn't know what that is yet. But I'm just going to set her up that she's going to be successful with this game. So a couple of pieces of food on the bed, one on the floor, pick it up, and before she can even make the mistake and try to leave the bed, I'll pick it up and give it to her. So that's the first stage. Do that one more time. Good. She's still really quick to want to leave the bed, so we might do that just one more time. What I'm looking for is just a slight hesitation from her when I put the food down. Good, that was better. There, that she's looking at it but not diving in right away, so that's a good start. So next, I'm going to up my game here. I'm going to give her a couple of pieces on the bed. I'm going to put a few pieces on the ground and then immediately start picking those up and delivering to her. I'm actually going to give her a release now. Okay. Again, it's not something that she's solid on yet. Good, but that was a really good choice after getting off the bed for one piece of food, the choice to get back on. That's what I value a lot. Okay, I'm going to repeat the same thing. A couple of pieces on the floor. And I'm going to take these pieces and giving it to her. I've got food in my other hand, but I'm using this food so she can see if she waits. Nice. That was really nice. She was looking at the pile. Now I can start to slow it down. We're already not going as fast as we were before. Most puppy biting happens when they are either overexcited, overtired, or they don't have an appropriate outlet for chewing. So if your puppy's biting a lot, we need to address these first, because a calm lifestyle is the foundation for a well-behaved puppy. I'll put links for 2 previous videos in the description. One is about my favorite food toys, which give puppies a great outlet to use their mouth and teeth. And the other is about why tiring out your puppy is not a good idea. So teaching skills is only the half of it. The second piece is stopping them from practicing the wrong behaviors. Because whatever your puppy practices, they get better at. And this is where a lot of people accidentally make it worse. When your puppy grabs your hand, it's natural to pull away or even make some noise. And all this does, it gets them more excited. Instead, we need to stay calm and redirect them to something appropriate, like a chew or a toy. So let's look at the second part of the waiting game and watch how quickly Josie's understanding grows that waiting and being polite gets her the prize. So at first I'm setting her up to be successful. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. I'm going to put these down and I'm just going to wait. She's probably going to break. And I'm covering it up. Good. I caught her before she came off the bed, and me putting my hand over it was enough for her to hesitate and not come off all the way. And that's good. There, she just learned something. Food on the floor doesn't mean it's yours. Good girlie. And while I'm talking to you here and explaining what I'm doing, if I just play this with my puppy alone, I don't talk at all. Good. See if you can tempt her one more time. Oh, what a good girl. She says, "La, no, you're not fooling me again." Good. Then we'll do another release. Okay. Okay. So I've got to be very clear that now she's allowed to move. This is a lot to take in for a little puppy. Yes, good job. And as you progress, you can make your pile a little bit bigger. I love these raised beds because they provide a lot of clarity in our training. Okay. Notice there's always just one piece of food when I release her. Good. I was a little bit slow on purpose here because I wanted to tempt her a little bit more. And I'm just going to keep my hand on there. We played that game with food in my hand. When she backs off, that she gets it. So we'll have to see how long it takes for her to back off here. Otherwise, I'll just pick it up and start over. It's always a bit of a gamble, you know. You got to try. How much can they handle? Good. So she walked away. She didn't go back on the bed. That's okay. I'll take that and I'll just help her get back onto the bed. I'm going to be a little bit quicker there, but she was quite willing to settle in spite of the food being on the floor. This game teaches so much about life skills that just because something's there doesn't mean it's yours to take. Give that a try and let me know how it goes. So as I promised, besides using these strategies in everyday life, there's a trick that I've been using when Josie thinks that my hand or sleeve is one of her chew toys. Where many people will tell their puppy no bite, or they use corrections, I'm simply growling at her, just like one of my dogs would do. After all, that's how dogs communicate with each other. She completely understands what I mean. I'm speaking her language, and that makes sense to her. This phase doesn't last forever, but it's part of a puppy growing up, and it may get worse for a little while when they're teething. But if you teach the right skills and prevent rehearsal, it passes much faster than most people expect. If you want to follow this puppy training series, make sure that you've subscribed, because in the next video, I'll show you how to use management in everyday life to prevent behavior problems before they even start.